Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little, expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hood Table one more again. It's me and our girl, Sis Sloan. What up, sis? How you doing? Happy Mother's Day weekend. Let's kick it off.
Up, go!
Man. I got a 4-day weekend. I didn't have to go to work today. I don't have to work Monday. But the funny thing about it is, why my ass get up this morning and clock in? You know, when you work so much, you forget you got a day off when you work so much. And I literally didn't realize I wasn't supposed to be working today until I clocked in, got signed on the computer, and then went to check my schedule for the day, and it said PTO all day. I was like, oh, dang. I mean, I got up super early, made me some coffee, walked around, brushed my teeth, you know, all the morning stuff you do. Even though I work at home, I still, you know, have a routine.
Yeah.
I was like, I forget that I requested. And I just had remembered that I had requested today off because my sons normally work, they're normally off Friday and Saturday. So every holiday that falls on a Sunday, they have to work. So that's why I had did it, but I totally forgot. And then my godmom said she's cooking on Sunday, which means I don't have to cook tomorrow. So I totally forgot and got up this morning, clocked in and everything, girl. It was ready for work. So your girl been up all day. And then I hit my supervisor up. She was just laughing. She was like, don't worry about it. Just shut down the computer and I'll fix it Monday. Because I actually, you know, when you work and you got PTO and you can clock in and work for some time, it throws the whole system off. And it's like, hold up, you're not supposed to be clocked in. What are you doing? You know? So yeah, they gotta fix it Monday. But anyway, how you been, boo?
I've been good, settling in, enjoying my new normal.
Yeah, because you got a new apartment, not apartment. You got a new apartment, new crib.
In the sky.
Yep, you got your piece of pie. You got your piece of pie. I don't even know how the song go. Finally got a piece of love. Is it pie?
Yep. Finally got.
Oh, so I had it right. I heard that song in a minute. I used to watch that show all the time, and then I used to watch the reruns too. But congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you got moved in. Is your son excited too?
Oh, yes. Yes. He is.
That's good. I know a lot of times kids don't like changes, but they do like new stuff. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times when we had to move, you know, when we were moving all the time growing up, it wasn't fun because we had to keep going to different schools. But when I had to move with my kids, they didn't never have to switch schools, so they didn't really have no issues with getting new friends and stuff like that. But they, you know, we got a new crib. But yeah, it's kind of exciting.
It's an upgrade, so yeah.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good. But yeah, so what are your plans for Mother's Day? And you guys coming on in, happy Mother's Day weekend. We just here to shoot the shit, no particular topic. We just here chilling with y'all, enjoying our Mother's kickoff to Mother's Day weekend. Feel free to drop down in the chat. I'll drop the link if anybody wants to hit the link. Make sure you like and share the video, and feel free to subscribe to Cislow's channel as well, Miss Cislow. And also, if you want to donate to the Cash App, it's going across the bottom of the screen. Cislow, is your Cash App still the same? Just your name, right?
Yep, it's still the same.
Okay.
It's still the same.
Let me see.
Let me edit it.
I'm gonna just put it in the chat. But yeah, what are your plans for Mother's Day?
Girl, yup. Be in the bed. Doing on purpose.
I know that's right. You know, the thing about Mother's Day, it's like traditional for mothers to still do a lot of stuff on the holiday, right? Even though it's our day.
Yep, doing the whole time.
Like, dang, can I get somebody to cook for me? Can I get somebody to
Yep. So I just wanna just be, just be content and be still for a while.
I get it. Well, it's gonna be a long day for me Sunday because of course it's Mother's Day. My godmom, she said it's not gonna kick off at her house till 4. And then after I leave there, I have to come back home and hurry up and get ready for my show with Riggs. I know it's Mother's Day, so I'm gonna double check with him to make sure it's still on because we're supposed to be on his channel this Sunday. But when it comes to a holiday, sometimes people, maybe celebrating the holiday, kicking it all day with their family. So if it's still down with him, then it's down for me. But yeah, I'm gonna hang out over my godmom's house for a while, maybe play some spades and all that kind of stuff before I get up out of there. But then we got our Sunday night show on Riggs. Because we be flip-flopping, Cislo. Sometimes we be on my panel and then sometimes we go to his panel.
Yeah, I caught y'all a little bit on
You said what now?
Sunday.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you. Your sound had went out for a second.
I popped in there.
Oh yeah.
I popped
Well,
in.
for the people who Oh, that's okay. For the people who don't know, Big Riggs and I do a show on Sundays and we flip flop. We go back and forth from each other panels, and we'll be on his panel Sunday. And it's 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yeah. And then where you Cislo, you on the East, the East Coast. So it'd be kind of late for you. So I do appreciate when you drop in because I know it'd be late.
Yeah, it's Eastern and girl, sometimes I be falling asleep trying to stay woke.
Girl, I do too. I mean, of course, when I'm with him, I'm up. But like sometimes when he does his Wednesday shows, or anybody, not just him or anybody for that matter, when they be late or not late, but when they're to us is late. So if I'm up late watching somebody, it don't matter who I'm watching. I'll be trying my best to hold on. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna just fall asleep to them. I'm gonna just fall asleep to the sound of their voice. And then when I wake up, I usually go back and red ball to where I know I last heard them, and I just start watching from there. But it's the thought that counts. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. But yeah, I gotta show you this. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, boo. Go ahead.
Oh, I wasn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna show you this video. My niece, she made it a while ago, but it's for Mother's Day, and I wanted to play it, today for the people who might not have seen it. Do you know that I literally just posted that video? Like, dang, I wish it said like exactly what time you post videos. It say the day, but not the time. Anyway, it was probably maybe 10 minutes Before I hit you up, maybe.
Uh-huh.
Why that video already got over 1,400 views?
Look at God.
I'm like,
That's
I'm
because
like,
Chinese is that girl.
that's my thank you. That's because my niece is that girl. I got because every time I post something, I always post who she is. In every video that I make, whether it's a short, live, whatever, it's automatically in the default her information because she's the voice behind our theme song. You know, you don't need Netflix, you don't need cable, hop on YouTube. That she's the voice behind the theme song, my niece. And she just got signed a little while ago. She was already signed to this platform where like TV show and movie producers and things like that could like, you know, find you on there, listen to your music. If they want it, they pay you to showcase it or display it in their videos or they, you know, movies or whatever. So she already had producers doing that stuff with her songs, but she finally got signed and she's with a gospel group. She's never like been like a hardcore rapper or anything like that. She's always been kind of like mainstream, just rapping about whatever, you know, is on her mind. Um, this particular song that I'm about to play for you guys. And of course, she was born and bred in church. You know, her mother and her. We all grew up singing in church, singing choirs. Her mother actually, and one of our other sisters was actually in like this gospel group back in the day. I was in a group too, but it was an R&B group. So she was raised up in church. So for her to be signed with a gospel recording company or I'm just really proud of her. You know, if that's the direction that she chose to go, I'm really proud of her. No matter what genre, you know, she falls in or found, I know that she would do great in any genre because she's very multi-talented, multifaceted. But I do want to play this for you guys real quick, and I already posted it again on my community wall and on my shorts videos. But let me pull it up here. And this is dedicated to all the mothers. Okay. So if y'all got some mothers out there and y'all want to play a song for them besides the Boys to Men song, Mama. That is one of my favorite songs, though. I ain't hating. But yeah, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and play this. I'm going to go on mute.
Happy Mother's Day. To all the mothers, it's time for your flowers. God went above and beyond when he designed your powers. The way that you serve, whether you happy or hurt, whether you receive a thank you or not, you still put in work. That's a deep behind the skin type of love, huh? Where you calm the storm within with just a hug, huh? Create magic in the meals, food for the soul that can heal when at times ain't know where it was coming from, huh? Hey, but you kept your faith strong. Never let your kids see you sweat. Kept your face strong. Chin up is the way you held your head. See, a home is what you made. Lifted your hands and you prayed, and you ain't had no excuses whether you single or wed. Sheesh, life come with so many challenges. Build school, career, sickness, and you gotta balance it. The strength of a mother, something that you don't want to battle with. Let even the lion try your cubs, you gonna challenge it. Yeah, all the mothers, it's time for your flowers. God went above and beyond when he designed your powers. The way that you serve, whether you happy or hurt, whether you get a thank you or not, you still putting in work. That's a deep behind the skin type of love, huh? Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. To my mother, I love you.
Oh, that's my niece. I just love her. She is so talented.
That's beautiful.
She is so dope. I tell her all the time she's the GOAT. Like we have a lot of talent in our family, but she is one of the ones that's making way.
She's pretty too.
She is pretty. She's really athletic. Her build, she probably got it from her mother, but she's also was very athletic. But her mother has a slimmer build too, so she gets it from her mother too. But she played track for years, not played track, but ran track for years, and she was very very good. So she does weights, she runs track, She works out a lot. Matter of fact, she just uploaded a short the other day. She was in the gym. But yeah, she keeps herself, toned and everything. So yeah, that's where she gets her body structure from, because she used to run track. And besides that, she got good genes. Got good genes. But anyway, I'll play that song again later on in the show. Oh, go ahead, babe.
Oh, I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna play that later on in the show for the people who come in later. But yeah, I am really, really happy for her. Really, truly. We got a lot of singers and rappers like in my family, like all over the United States. And some of them have opened and performed for really big people. Some of them got music. They signed with labels. And it's like I'm just really proud of them. And they're all like younger. They're in like their 20s or early 30s, and they doing really well for themselves. So shout out to them. I ain't mad at them. I didn't make it in the music career. Shoot, we was like together for 2 years, and then it's like everybody started doing their own thing. People start having babies. All kind of stuff was going on.
Yeah,
and we just got a broke up.
One thing we got in common, both of us got musical families.
Yeah, it's all around. If it's not music, it's something else. It's like the other day I was sharing one of my other cousins' posts, and she does like what do you call it? Locks? The locks, your hair locks. And she do all kind of fancy designs, all those designs you be seeing on like trending and stuff. She do all that shit. And it's like, if it's not that, then it's cooking, it's dancing, it's singing, it's rapping, it's making clothes, it's doing nails. I mean, we have like so many talented people in our family. And that's one thing I taught my sons growing up, is you have to always have a backup plan. You always have to have a regular job with some benefits, but you always got to have a backup plan, a backup skill, a side job, a hustle. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't never know when that one job is going to fall through. They might close down. You might get laid off. So it's always to have some type of skill that you like. Mine is treats and desserts. That's my little, I don't want to call it a backup plan, but it could be if I quit my job or got laid off or something like that. But yeah, I firmly believe that you got to have a skill, a trade, something that you like to do. Like you like to cook. That could be your your trade, your hustle, your side. You know what I'm saying?
I'm cooking right now.
Yeah, you over there cooking some greens right now, and I can taste them bad boys. I love me some greens. But which kind are you making? Because my favorite is collards, but I'll eat all of them.
I made collards and cabbage earlier in the week. I'm making some mustard greens today.
Oh, okay. So do you do your cabbage when you said that? Do you do them together? The collards and the cabbage.
Yep, I cook them together, but I cook the collards down first, and the dark.
Yeah, because the cabbage don't take as long. Yeah,
right. And the darker of the cabbage, I added in next, and then I put the lighter part, and cook them together, and they taste really good. But I have a lot of collards, but I like cabbage and collards, but I really like a mix with like beef. Like beef neck bones or
heck yeah. I can't have no greens and cabbages without no meat. I mean, okay, I'm lying. I can, because I didn't even went to a restaurant before and they like barely had meat in them, or some of them don't have meat in them at all. But I prefer to have some smoked neck bones, girl.
Yeah. I cook them different ways. If there's somebody that's like vegan or something like that, I'll cook it with broth, vegetable broth, whatever. And but
do you use turkey legs sometimes? The smoked turkey legs sometimes?
Not leg wings. I don't particularly care for the leg. I like the thigh meat better than the leg, but yeah, I cook with the wing or
okay. I need to try that. I never tried it with the wings. If I do turkey, I try because I prefer me personally. I prefer my favorite meat, and my mother hers was always like neck bones or ham hocks or shanks or something. But my preferred is a good old smoked neck bone, and Walmart sell the best smoked neck bones in our area, and you can get like some nice ones in the packages. So I usually buy 4 of them. I usually buy 2 packages and cook them, and then I boil them for like an hour with all my vegetables. Well, like maybe like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Boil them till they're really nice and tender. Then I set them aside, let them cool off, throw my greens on after I drain all the old veggies out, then pour some more broth in there, throw my greens in there. And then after those cook down, maybe like an hour or so into them being done, that's when I break all that meat up and I put it in them greens. But sometimes I have people who don't like pork, and they be like, "Could you please use turkey legs?" And I'm like, "Okay."
So you don't use the broth from the meat?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But sometimes it cooks down, so I usually put like I make my meat, and then after I'm done with my meat, the veggies that you put in there with the meat, I strain all the veggies out. And then I put the pot back on the stove, but sometimes it cooks down some. So I'll either put more water or more broth in there. But no, I don't pour that broth out. I still use that broth. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I leave the veggies in there. I like the onions and stuff in there.
No, I put some fresh ones in there. I put fresh ones in there when I throw my greens in there.
Yeah, I put fresh ones in there too, but I don't take out the what.
No, I don't put. I take them out. Maybe I'll soft and soggy.
And then, yeah.
I'm sure it adds to the flavor. I know it ain't no. I know it. I know it's nothing wrong with leaving the veggies in there, but I just like to toss them, and I like to. So every time I do it, I like cut enough garlic, cut enough onion, cut enough bell pepper. My veggies that I put in there, I make some for the first batch, then I cut some up for the
I do the same thing when I make dressing,
Same here. See, But when I use the old with the meat and stuff, I don't know. I got a habit of throwing it out, just the veggies. I just strain the veggies out and then toss them, and then I put some fresh ones in.
I love
Now you got me one dressing too, child.
Yeah.
I hope my godmom make dressing someday. I'm gonna ask her if she gonna make some.
Make some too.
Cause you know what I'm taking. I'm bringing desserts.
Yeah, girl. Who would not want a tire sliced by slice piece?
Girl. And you know what I'm making? This is what I'm making.
Nobody know. Listen, this is what you should do one day. While we all here talking, you need a slideshow to just be playing while we running our mouths, so people can just see the gift that you have. Tanya, you are so freaking gifted.
Oh, but I have done that before. I really have.
You haven't done it in a while.
That's true.
Wow. And it's like, oh my God, that people just don't know just what you do on an everyday basis. Like that came out a regular person kitchen.
I know. That's funny because when I was we had some storms, over the last month, a couple of months, and we didn't have some bad ones, right? And so I had to call my insurance company because I wanted them to check, when we have hail in most places, people tell you check your roof, get your roof inspected. So I got my roof inspected and my awnings over my patios and things like that. Boy, after they showed me all them pictures, I'm like, somebody better hurry up out here and file that claim, get that stuff taken care of. But anyway, the guy who came out with the roofing company, he realized that I make desserts and stuff. When he was looking around, he was like, "You bake?" He saw like all the baking pans and all that stuff, and he was like, "Oh, you do a lot of baking?" I said, "Yeah, I'm a cake decorator." He said, "No way." He said, "My mother used to be a cake decorator." And when I was a little kid, and he was like, "Please give me your card. Her birthday is coming." I mean, I just be getting customers from all over the place.
Yep.
From all the places. Then he said, "Where can I find you on social media?" And I sent him to my Facebook page, and he started flipping through all the photos. He's like, "Oh my God, these are cool." I'm like, "Yeah, just let me know whenever you need to order." But yes, that is something that I really, really, really love to do.
That tan looking cake you did the other day, that was so pretty. I don't know what about all the little swirls and dips and gwirls and.
Oh, you talking about you talking about the tier cake? It was like 2 tiers.
I think so.
Is that the one?
I think so. I don't know, but all I know is it had a lot of very detailed decoration on it. It was really nice.
Oh, yeah, I think that's the one you're talking about.
The peaks and swirls and flowers and girl, that stuff was so pretty.
Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about. You talking about, and that one was for a 50th birthday party. I'm trying to find the picture, but that one was for a 50th birthday party.
It was one of the last ones you put on
Facebook. Mm-hmm.
One of the last ones you put on there, and I think you did say it.
Yeah, and then matter of fact, the person who had ordered that cake for me, it was funny because when I had recorded when I was driving there and everything, and I recorded when I dropped the cake off and when I handed it over to the husband of the lady who ordered the cake, and he was like, "The cake is actually for some twins." I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, the cake is actually for some twins." I said, "Really? I did not know that the cake that I was making was for some twins." Not like it makes a big difference, but
yeah, you might have,
Yeah, I'm like, that means a lot of people is going to really be at this party because, when it's twins, like, or no matter who it is, if you having a party with somebody else, then it's going to be a lot more people because there's going to be people coming to support, both persons. So I was just like, oh, that's cool. Yep, especially because I haven't done a party for I found the cake. Here it is. I haven't done not a party, but I haven't done a cake for twins in a long time. The last cake that I did for some twins was probably like, I want to say before Rona.
You said Rona.
Yeah, it was like that's how long it's been.
Let me see.
Hold on.
That's beautiful too, but that ain't the one. But oh my gosh.
You sure that ain't the one?
But that's gorgeous.
It was a tan cake.
Yeah, maybe it looked different outside the box though. But girl, that is gorgeous.
That has to be the one because
all the bulbs on there, are they edible or
no, those are they're not edible. Those are they're kind of like a thing that they do now. I guess they've been doing it for a while now, They're kind of like the thing, when it comes to cakes and stuff. You can buy them off of Amazon, you can buy them off of Etsy, but they're balls and they come in all different colors. I mean, whatever color scheme that you can think of. And a lot of people want them. A lot of people want them on their cakes. And one thing about it, one of my hashtags is I bake for you. So whatever you tell me you want, that's what I'm gonna do. Unless you give me free reign. And I've had that happen a few times where somebody be like, just do you. I have people tell me that I trust you. I know you for your works. I trust you. I'll be like, okay, but I got that in my disclaimer too, sis. So what'd you say, Boo?
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, and I have that in my disclaimer too. I have it in my disclaimer that if you give me free reign or you give me free, to do whatever, then you don't come back saying you don't like it. Don't come back saying that ain't the colors you wanted. Don't come back saying that's not the design you were thinking of. Don't come back. Because, like, you know, in the cake dessert world, I belong to a lot of these different forums and groups and, you know, all that kind of thing. And that is, you'd be surprised, Sislo, people will order something from you and not really tell you exactly what they want and be like, oh, I trust you. I put the fact. Then when they get their damn stuff, I want my money back. This ain't what I wanted. So a lot of cake decorators, they put that in their disclaimer. You either tell me what you want, send me pictures, give me ideas, give me something for inspiration, or, you know, you give me free reign. You can't have it both ways.
That's a new trendy thing to do too.
Mm-hmm.
To order a service and then play like you don't like it.
Yes. Like one of the girls in one of the groups I'm in. Now she don't have any pets, right? But she said one of her clients sent her a picture of a slice of something that she had made. I think it was cake balls. It was something the girl had made, some type of chocolate treats. And it had hair on it. And the lady said, this, I said, I want me a full refund because this had dog hair on it. And I had to, what she say? I had to give my daughter what do you call it? She's allergic. The shot, you know, something. And so the girl was like, but I don't have pets. And she was like, she showed us the picture that the person had sent her. And we was like, she had that shit for 8 hours. And she hit you up 8 hours later after they done cut in and ate up everything to say this one piece right here had. We was like, girl. But she was like, I'm going to give it back. I'm going to just give her money back because I don't want no bullshit. We was like, please. And you know you don't have pets? Come on now.
Did you see that one video when the girl tried to get out with doing a hair and the lady cut the braids out? She was like, you're not going nowhere with this hairstyle.
You know what? Because people will try to play you. And thankfully, I ain't had nobody try to play me ever yet. Let me knock on wood. I thank God ain't nobody ever had. I ain't never had nobody call and complain. Hit me up, be like, I want a refund. I ain't never had nobody do that to me. But the stories that I be hearing,
been there, done that.
But that's just like a cook. Like if you're a chef and somebody be like, you got a dog hair in your food, and you know you ain't got no damn pets, and they talking about this was in the I don't know, what do people cook? The chicken or something like that. And you're like, but I don't have no, and you pack your shit up because see, one thing I do, and you cook too. So you probably know, one thing I do when I'm making my desserts, I mean, I really examine everything. I look everything over. I make sure my shit is like perfect. I go through it with a fine tooth, make sure the frosting is perfect, the designs, the pictures, everything. And then I check it again and I check it again. And even before they pick up or I deliver, I check it again to make sure everything looks perfect. So the picture they sent that girl with that long piece of hair, it ain't no way that she wouldn't have saw that. It ain't no way I wouldn't have saw it. So yeah, I think that person was lying. I really do. You said what?
I said I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty.
That's part of the business, child. That's part of the business. But as far as Mother's Day, now Mother's Day, the whole month of May is kind of like the whole month of May is kind of heavy for me because it's not only Mother's Day and my mother's not here, but it's also her birthday month, and her birthday always falls the day of Mother's Day or the day after or the day before. And this year it falls on Mother's Day.
Wow.
So not only is Sunday Mother's Day because her birthday is May 11th. So not only is Mother's Day Sunday, but it's also her birthday. But not only that, it's also the month that she passed away as well. She passed away on the 23rd. So it's like it can be a heavy month for me. I try to stay busy and stay focused. Hang around my friends and family, my sons. Because if I sit and think on or ponder too long, you know how it is when you miss people. That then went on to heaven, went on to glory.
Yeah.
It's like all that together, bam, bam, Mother's Day, birthday, death, all in the same month, the same person. I'm like, gosh. Whew. But I done got better over the years. When she first passed, every year, every May, I would just like shut down. Like I don't want to be around nobody. But I done got better over the years. And what up, LaShonda Allen? How you doing?
That's why I am like I am. It's like on Mother's Day, it seems like every Mother's Day I end up at home in the bed to myself, just spending the day pretty much to myself because that's the way I want it. And I think subconsciously, I've been doing that since my mother passed.
Mm-hmm.
But I hadn't realized it until you just said something.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, that's how I ain't gonna lie. When my mother first passed in 2015 and Mother's Day came around, it's like I didn't even think about it that whole first year until May came around. I was like, damn, her birthday, because when I was growing up, I always got like kind of my birthday is right by Christmas. So I always got kind of gypped. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Oh, you got that shit on Christmas. You never get your full rights of gifts when your birthday is right next to Christmas or on Christmas. And so when I grew up and I became a woman and a grown up, I used to do that shit to my mom. This one gift is for birthday and Mother's Day. And she didn't like that at all. I'm like, but y'all did that to me when I was growing up all my life. She was like, that's different. Mother's Day is different. So I started buying a gift for this and a gift for that. But it didn't really hit me till after she passed. And I was like, damn, I have to celebrate Mother's Day and your birthday at the same time and you're not here. And then a week later, your anniversary of your death, it just hit really hard. The first couple of years, I was like, not trying to do shit. But then I had to get out that funk and I started doing a lot of the stuff that she used to do, having the functions at my house. I got more into the baking because I wasn't really a baker before she passed. Just cooking all the things that she used to cook and stuff like that, except for chitlins, because I don't like chitlins. I don't like all them. Put my mama and them ate everything, sis. So from the rooter to the tutor, they ate everything. So I don't do all that. I might have a pork chop and I might have some feather bones, some neck bones, some bacon, but they ate everything. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
But girl, look, my mama's birthday is February 3rd. So her birthday was always right around tax season. So you know what she got. Every year for her birthday, I always gave her. And so I always did my taxes. As soon as I got my W-2s, I either did them myself or when it got them done. So I will always give her at least $500 for her birthday. So I got her. But baby, don't think that girlfriend would still have her hand out for Easter, Mother's Day, everything else. And then wait, my grandma's birthday is in January and March because my grandma was born in Alabama. So she had 2 different birthdays. So every year I had to give my mama some money, put it in an envelope, send it for my grandma, send my grandma. So, honey, listen, I understand about that. And my mother was like, that, and that was for this particular thing. I want something separate. And
And that's how I was with my mom. And thank you, LaShonda. She said, "Good, thank you. I'm sorry that this is a somber time for you ladies." And we getting better with it, you know, LaShonda. Whether you lose, you can lose anybody, a child, a friend, mother. You know, it just sometimes it can be really heavy around that time for people. And I promise you, anybody who out there might be listening, um, it's don't feel bad if you want to go in your room, shut the door, cry, tell people turn your phone off, you know, do not disturb. If you gotta take time to do that, because there's no certain amount of time that people should give you to grieve. There's no end date where people are like, damn, you ain't got that other person been dead for you, you know. And if holidays and stuff come around and you when you know want to be in your feelings, sure, you got every damn right. Sure. It's natural to grieve and be sad, and but then you can't stay there. You can't stay down there because it can affect the rest of your life. It can affect your other children, your friends, you know, your work. You know, and sometimes people got to get counseling, grief counseling. You know, so don't be scared to call a therapist or get some grief counseling. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Cislo, when you were talking about the income tax, I was doing that with my mom, and it was not around her birthday. Shoot, all the time. I mean, we would as soon as the taxes hit, I'm like, "Mom, are you ready?" She'd be like, "Yeah, I'm ready, Pooh. Where we going?" I'm like, "First, we gonna go get our toes done. We gonna get our nail. We gonna go out to eat. We gonna go shopping. We going to the movies." I mean, I spoiled my mom like not just up, you know, around her passing or anything. One thing I can say, you know, I don't have any regrets or anything like that. I do regret that we might not have had certain conversations, you know, before she passed, but I don't have no regrets as far as like I didn't cherish her or I didn't treat her well or I did, you know what I mean? Because when it came to the weekends, my mom was with us all the time. We was kicking it all the time.
And my mama was so spoiled. It was crazy. Like she was so she got to the point to where she started saying, "Honey, I'm calling when she was out of town. Hi, honey, I need some money. Can you just transfer a couple of $100 to my account? Mama loved you." I was like, "What you? Do you realize what number you dial? Because I'm the broke daughter. Like, really?" But she knew I would give her anything. And like my mother was so spoiled. I just stood down for my mother. My grandmother's husband passed. And it was my mom's stepdad. Well, anyway. So I flew her down there round trip, first of all. Then sit there, I had them get a person to get her went from the terminal and push her through the airport because she was disabled. So I had them put, even though she could have walked that little bit, but I had them push her, a porter, take her from one place, not a porter, transporter, you know, take her from one place to the other, took all the way to her car that I rented for her. And paid for the rental car. Turned around, gave her spending money. And then she gonna call me, tell me, so, "Hey, honey, mommy loves you. Can you just?" I was like, she really think I got it like that. And baby, if it wasn't for me working 2 jobs and going to school for full time and taking out all them doggone student loans, I wouldn't have been able to do that because I wasn't rolling. I wasn't balling like that.
So I get it.
Yep, and I always gave my dad some money as well when I, you know, got my little tax. And my daddy, my dad's birthday and Father's Day is right there together. His birthday's on the 12th, and sometimes Father's Day, it falls on Father's Day. But I was for my dad because, honey, listen, I'm a daddy girl still. God rest in his sweet soul. But I never had to look for my father. Never had to ask him to be a man and take his responsibility seriously. None of that. My father has always been an excellent father, a stickler about getting education. He ain't play that. You know, he was really strict, all of that. He pushed anything we wanted to be involved in, he supported it. Church, modeling, singing, dancing, whatever it was, he was supported. But he was a very good dad. So it wasn't nothing I wouldn't, give to him. And then my brother was spoiled because he was my baby, my baby brother. But he was rotten even till he left. But when my mama passed on the 4th of July, right before midnight, at about 11:45, she took her last breath. So imagine driving home from the hospital and all you seeing is
fireworks everywhere.
Fireworks everywhere.
And pow, 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 pow. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But guess what? I thought about that's how my mama lived. Like, she enjoyed her life. She wanted to celebrate. And when I got married to my second ex-husband, the night before I got married, my grandmother passed. And my mother didn't even tell me because she wanted me to have a good day. So she didn't even tell me. My ex told me on the way to the reception. So I thought about how strong my mother was to try to put on a happy face.
Mm-hmm.
Even though her heart was hurting, because my mama loved her mama. She spoiled her mama like I did her.
Yeah, that had to be real hard because I can't imagine my mother passed and then I go to a wedding the next day.
She was the baby girl too. So it's like I saw how she did that, how she continued to try to push her way through. And I thought about it. And I said, my mama would not want me up here, even though it was so hard for me. It was so extremely hard for me growing. I can't even tell you how bad I took it. It was so bad. I was sick for months. I was sick, literally sick. I thought I was gonna leave here. I was grieving so bad. But God healed my heart, and I thank God for that. But baby, when they say, can't another take your mama place? Good, bad, indifferent, all of the shortcomings, all of the differences, everything that we ever been through, I love my mom. And I still long for my mother. I still wish that my mom was right here, right next to me. Same with my daddy and my brother, because my daddy was, oh my God, my hero. My daddy was my hero. You hear me? Mm-hmm. He will always give you an honest opinion, but he'll only give you what you ask for. Like, he ain't gonna volunteer nothing. He just wasn't that type of guy. Man, a few words, but his words was filled with wisdom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Most talkative my dad was when he was drinking. And he wasn't, he was a Christian. So later in life, he became a devout Christian and deacon. And so he was busy in church, teaching Sunday. So he didn't do any of that. But my dad was still, even with the grandkids, he was the same way he was with me and my brother. Them grandkids, every birthday they knew they had a birthday gift. Great grands, same thing. They had a card or something with some money in it. They, granddad was gonna give them something or pop. So it's like those dynamics, and the scary part about it is that it's like, sis, it's hard to find those values anymore in families. You know that? Mm-hmm. Like, it's hard to get families together anymore. Like in my kids' generations, They don't know the cousins on the other side of town. They
But
don't
that's
know.
how it is with a lot of families. I mean, our family discuss this all the time. Like, it's like the cousins, it's not like we grew up as sisters. You know, the boy
Yeah,
cousins grew up as brothers. You know, now it's like these kids don't see their cousins at all sometimes.
they about going with one another, or
And we be talking
what?
about that too. Like, hope they don't end up dating or something in the future.
Right, because my daughter Kissy's mom, she ended up becoming best friends with some of our cousins, and she didn't even know that she was related to him, but they was tight. They were fighting together and taking up for each other and everything. Never knew they was related until one of them came to the house for and she was getting her hair done. No, my cousin was getting her hair done, and she was over visiting my daughter. And my daughter was like, "That's little daughter." She was like, "Who? How you know my daddy? I mean, how you know her dad?" She said, "Because that's your cousin." They was, oh my God, they went outside jumping and screaming and dancing and crying and all kind of craziness. And come to find out, they was, and then like, you know, another one of her friends, same thing, elementary school, is how they found out they was related. They found out in elementary school. It's just crazy. So yeah, we gotta do better at getting our kids to know one another, you know?
Yeah, we be having those conversations a lot. We matter of fact, we're supposed to be planning another family reunion because we haven't had a big family reunion.
Mhm.
Um, because it's like the way my family is set up. They from the South, they from Mississippi, and my great grandma had like 18 kids, but like two of them passed when they were younger. So she had like 16 kids that actually, grew up and had kids, but only a few of them moved away from down south, and one of them was my grandma, and like two or three of her other sisters, and like a brother. But it's like still was like 11 or 12 that stayed down there. Then they migrated to Memphis because where they lived in Mississippi, it kept flooding. So they migrated to Memphis. So just imagine, out of 16 grandkids and only like four moved away. Imagine how big my family is down there in Memphis. I have a ton of family in Memphis. But when we was growing up,
I do.
they would have like their things down there, and my grandma and certain people would go to like the functions down there. But a lot of us up here didn't grow up knowing them, so we didn't go. And so, once my mother passed, me and my cousin was like, man, we need to do a big family reunion. We don't know nobody really down south. So we just thank God for Facebook. We had one cousin who would always go down south with her grandma every year, like 2, 3, 4 times a year. So she knew like everybody. So she sent us all the names, and she was telling people to send her a friend request, send her a friend request. We planned a family reunion. So like within maybe a year, because we waited a year because we wanted to make sure we found as many people as we could and added them to our family reunion Facebook group. And then we started planning the reunion. And when I tell you I went down there, I was like, dang, y'all deep in the mud. I thought we was deep up here. They deep down there, really, really deep down south. But we haven't had a reunion since my mother, the year she passed. We had a reunion down there like 2 weeks later. And the crazy thing about it was we had been planning a reunion for a couple of years. And she had bought tickets because when you have a reunion, you gotta pay, right? So I don't want to say tickets, but she had paid for her and a couple of my niece and nephews, so they was gonna all go together. And so as she got sicker, she was like, "You might as well give me my money back because I don't think I'll be able to go." That was really heartening because she hadn't been down south since forever. And she was really looking forward to seeing her great aunts and, all those people down there. And so she had to basically, I just gave her money back and the t-shirt she had paid for. And so the crazy thing was, it was like the shit was already planned and scheduled, and she passed a couple of weeks before, and I didn't even want to go. They was like, "Girl, if you don't take your ass to that reunion, your cousins, y'all plan that shit. Y'all work, sweated t-shirts. I mean, we had all kind of shit done. And this, you know how hard it is to plan a reunion up here, and a reunion is in Memphis."
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know all those people down there. I don't know where shit is down there. I don't know like the venues down there. We had to do a lot of research, and we had like 4 people on the committee, one in Memphis, one in Tennessee, one in Texas, one up here in Nebraska. So we had them kind of all spread out, the people on the committee. But that was some hard ass shit to schedule something that big, because we had like at least 300 people there. So to schedule that here, and I ain't never stepped foot in Memphis, and that shit went off without a glitch. But it was just kind of disheartening because she couldn't be there. But yeah, that's how long it's been. 2015. That 10 years, Sislo. That's been 10 years since the last reunion.
Wow. And my
Yeah, that's a
mom
long time.
passed 7/4/11. My dad passed in 16, and 8 months after my dad passed, my brother passed. Yep.
How many brothers you have?
Um,
You the only
total-
one?
my mom and my dad had 3 children together. My baby sister, my brother Jeff, and my baby sister. Both of my siblings are gone. My baby sister passed at 6 weeks old, and I remember that. I was thinking about her earlier today. I remember that from the time that she passed, when my mama discovered her. I still remember that, like, just like it just happened. I was 4, but I remember it. My brother was 1. He had just turned 1, because his birthday is same as my son, July 23rd. And my baby sister's birthday is August 23rd. So it was like 1 month after my brother's birthday, my baby sister was born. And they was a year and a month apart. And she passed away 6 weeks after she was born. And then my mom passed 2011, my dad 2016, March the 19th, and my brother passed on December the 18th, 2016. And since then, I don't have any, my other brothers are from my dad, when he was younger. So, but as far as my mom, my dad's children together, everybody's gone.
Yeah, I know that can be really hard too, especially when you have a close knit family. I know one thing about our family, we all kind of grew up like close knit, but then, and I hear this from other people too, is like it seemed like once the patriarchs and the matriarchs and they start, passing away, it seemed harder and harder to keep the family a close knit family. And I know when I was younger, there was a time where I had left home, and I told you about this before. I told this story before. I had left home and I was just out there here and there, crashing here and there, living, staying here and there, just out in the streets, trying to be, do whatever I was doing. And we didn't have a good relationship at that time. So one thing I can say that I'm very thankful for is after I started having kids, we started like communicating again and trying to repair our relationship. And by the time that she had passed, all that was like long in the past, so I can say I'm very thankful that we were able to get past that, because had she passed away around that time, that would have been like dead, like it was already devastating. But had we not been talking when she passed, I'd probably, boy, I'd probably still be toe up about that. And that's why I tell people all the time, and people say it all the time. Sometimes you just gotta. I know a lot of things can't be forgiven depending on what it is, but if you can try to work it out, make up, even if you have to, you ain't gotta be like tight as hell and be around that person every day, but just try to mend some, because once they're gone, and that's no matter who it is.
A lot of people think that forgiving somebody or reconciling a relationship is just for that other person, and you don't want to give them the satisfaction that you forgiving them and this, that, and the other. But you don't realize that it's for you too. Because if something happens to that individual and you didn't get to apologize or make it right or what have you, then you have to continue to live on with that regret and the grief of losing that individual. So
Yep.
it's not just for them, it's for the both of you, and all the lives that it affected between. So yeah, especially like a husband and wife with children. If y'all two don't with each other and get it right or whatever, the kids are affected. And then what affects those kids grows up with those kids, and then they end up reenacting or reliving what y'all took them through in their own relationships. So, yeah. All right, there we go. I'm back off of my Ayana Van Zant for the day.
Nah, I mean, you speaking facts. You are speaking facts because I think I hear myself in your audio. Like it's like some feedback. But yeah, you speaking facts. It's like somebody could be here today and gone tomorrow. And I know somebody in particular who had lost their mother. It's been a long time since they lost their mother. And they had a very, very strain. And when I say strain, it's like when me and my mother wasn't talking, we just wasn't talking. Some people, when they get into it with their parents, they treat their parents worse than somebody on the street. And the parents sometimes treat the kids worse than, we just weren't talking. But in that particular situation, she was very mean and hateful to her mom. And she did a lot of things. And so when her mother passed, it took a toll on her. I mean, when I say she went into a state of depression, it was bad. It was really bad, really bad. She took it really hard, and hopefully by now she forgave herself because it's been a very long time, but it probably took her a long ways to get there if she ever did. Yeah. So definitely try to spend as much time with your loved ones, with your family, your friends, your kids. If you can make amends. And again, I say everything is not forgivable. Depending on what somebody did, there's certain family members who do some fucked up shit. And we ain't even going to go into all the different type of fucked up shit, okay? But there are certain people who you, don't let them around you. Don't let them around your kids. Don't let them around your money. Don't let them around your woman. I mean, I'm just saying certain things. I don't want to say not forgivable, but you can love them from a distance. You can probably forgive them because it's best for you, for your heart, for your mind to forgive, but that don't mean you gotta fuck with them. And I believe that wholeheartedly. But that's just certain situations.
Right.
But yeah. But anywho, you got anything else to add? We've been on here for an hour. I know it's almost 11. Where you at?
No, I'm just sleeping though. So get my butt off here. I just
wanted to shoot the shit with you and shoot the shit with the hoodies because it is Mother's Day weekend. I know a lot of people are gonna be off doing stuff, celebrating their moms and things like that.
Yes, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I know it's in a couple days, but of course, might not see you guys on live soon. But yeah, happy Mother's Day, all the mothers out there in chat, everybody watching.
That's your Cyberneth.
My
Thank you, Cam.
That's Cam the Bam. Thank you.
Yes,
Bam.
that's Cam the Bam.
Hey, thank you, Bam.
She said, "Thank you."
Your cyber auntie love you, boy.
She said, "Your cyber auntie loves you."
Hey, it's Cam the Bam. I heard that deep voice coming across. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, when he was walking past, I was gonna ask him, did he want to say anything? But then he just bent down towards the mic. I was like, oh, okay, he gonna talk. He was like, "Happy Mother's Day to all the moms across the land."
Girl, I thought you was. Oh, wait a minute. No, that voice a little bit deeper. You trying to sound like my.
What you thought that was me? You know
No, I'm
what?
talking about that last time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just went down to his man cave. He literally just came home while we was talking. He had came home probably 20 minutes ago. Not even that long ago, probably 10 minutes ago. He headed down to his man cave. But yeah, I hope everybody who was able to tune in tonight. I know we had a small crowd tonight. That's cool because you know how we get down. Sure, it don't matter how big or small the crowd is. We gonna do our thing, pop our ish when we go live. Okay. And I hope everybody did take something from. We didn't come live with a particular topic or to give a message, but I think we kind of did give some messages tonight, sis.
Yeah.
As far as family and friends and grief and mothers and things like that. So I hope everybody enjoyed the show tonight. And make sure you like and share the video if you haven't done already. If you want to donate to either me or Sislo, her Cash App is her name and it's also in the chat. And my Cash App is rolled across the bottom.
Amen. And y'all know what? Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and support Prime Time, Tanya's Prime Time TV, Tanya Slice by Slice, The Hood Table did it again, Ace and Granny on the loose.
You know what? I get my baby tomorrow.
Okay.
So his dad and his mother, his dad and my baby's mother, they can celebrate, do their little, my son can celebrate, his son's mother tomorrow. And I'll be babysitting and keeping him over here while he takes her out or whatever. He be wandering down to his girl. He take good care of her nails, toes, hair. He be my sons. I raised them well, okay. But yep, so I'm gonna have him. But I want to play this one more time for the people who might have came in late.
I just want to say this before you do. I love you on purpose. Ain't nothing you can do about it. And always remember to keep it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Love you too, boo. And happy Mother's Day. If I don't talk to you, which I probably will before Sunday, happy Mother's Day.
You know we'll be talking all week.
Okay. I know. All right. Well, you guys, I am going to play this again. This is my niece, Thailand Music. It's a Mother's Day song that she had made for the mothers. And she is also, y'all know, she is also the voice behind the Hood Table song. She is a singer, rapper, songwriter. She's very popular around these parts and becoming very popular around the world as well. But she made this Mother's Day song dedicated to the mothers, and I'm going to play it for you guys. And that is going to be the end of the show. Hey, Room Shaker. Hey, baby. But yes, if y'all coming in late, please like and share the video. If you're on the replay game, please like and share the video. Please and thank you very much. And again, this is a happy Mother's Day song from my niece to all the mothers across the land.
Happy Mother's Day. To all the mothers, it's time for your flowers. God went above and beyond when he designed your powers. The way that you serve, whether you happy or hurt, whether you receive a thank you or not, you still put in work. That's a deep behind the skin type of love, huh? Where you calm the storm within with just a hug, huh? Creating magic in the meals, food for the soul that can heal when at times ain't know where it was coming from, huh? Hey, but you kept your faith strong. Never let your kids see you sweat. Kept your face strong. Chin up is the way you held your head. See, a home is what you made. Lifted your hands and you prayed. And you ain't had no excuses whether you single or wed. Sheesh, life come with so many challenges. Bills, school, career, sickness, and you gotta balance it. The strength of a mother, something that you don't want to battle with. Let even the lion try your cubs, you gon' challenge it. Yeah, all the mothers, it's time for your flowers. God went above and beyond when he designed your powers. The way that you serve, whether you happy or hurt, whether you get a thank you or not, you still putting in work. That's a deep behind the skin type of love, huh? Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. To my mother, I love you.
Let's run it back, y'all. Let's run it back.
Happy Mother's Day. To all the mothers, it's time for your flowers. God went above and beyond when he designed your powers. The way that you serve, whether you happy or hurt, whether you receive a thank you or not, you still put in work. That's a deep behind the skin type of love, huh? Where you calm the storm within with just a hug, huh? Creating magic in the meals, food for the soul that can heal when at times ain't know where it was coming from, huh? Hey, but you kept your faith strong. Never let your kids see you sweat. Kept your face strong. Chin up is the way you held your head. See, a home is what you made. Lifted your hands and you prayed. And you ain't had no excuses whether you single or wed. Sheesh, life come with so many challenges. Bills, school, career, sickness, and you gotta balance it. The strength of a mother, something that you don't want to battle with. Let even the lion try your cubs, you gon' challenge it. Yeah, all the mothers, it's time for your flowers. God went above and beyond when he designed your powers. The way that you serve, whether you happy or hurt, whether you get a thank you or not, you still putting in work. That's a deep behind the skin type of love, huh? Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. To my mother, I love you.
And on that note, happy Mother's Day. Stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. I'm out. Bye.